We're in Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, and in front of you is one of the most atmospheric and magical and important buildings in the whole of Britain.
So this incredible building, this 600-year-old Guildhall and school, is where Shakespeare, when he was 7, came to school, and he stayed here for 7 years, and this place is what inspired him to become the greatest playwright the world has ever seen. It's an incredibly important part of his life. It's where he was, where we know he was for 7 years, learning and absorbing knowledge so that he could then come out with the wonderful plays that he wrote. The other thing that's really important is that this is the place where he would have seen his first plays. But it's not just about the Shakespeare family, it's not just about John, it's not just about William, it's also about the school, which still uses this classroom every day.
Probably the most important building in Shakespeare's life story. One thing that binds us all is that we all have experience of education and of school. We can compare our own experience of school to the experience that Shakespeare had, and amazing similarities that there were and are between what he would experience and now.
You should come because it's inspiring. You should come because you'll learn so much about Stratford. You'll learn about Shakespeare, obviously, but you'll learn about the school, which is fascinating. It's exciting, it's immersive. It's a wonderful experience. It's not just for children, it's for the whole family. And we have a million stories to tell about the building. Everybody should get to see where Shakespeare was inspired.